All right. Hello, everybody. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, according to your local time. Today, this is me again. It's me again, Mr. Meg, in front of you and in the U camera. And here with me, I have Mr. Ahmed. Good morning.
Hello,
Good evening.
Good evening. Yes.
Good evening. So, ladies and gentlemen, I think that, and after discussing a lot of different tenses in our previous videos, we've been talking about many different tenses, the present and the past and the future, and their different formations according to simple or the continuous tenses, or so and so. Today, I think you need already to watch this video, because in this video we're going to discuss the conditional F. Today we're going to talk, or you will be able, or you will be managed to use the different four cases of F conditional. You're going to be able to express if something happens, another thing happens. If something happens, another thing will happen. If something happened, another thing would happen. If something had happened, another thing would have happened as results. So I'm going to leave you right now with Mr. Ahmed, and he's going to show you or give you just a general idea or about the F conditional.
Good evening, everyone. As Mr. Majid just mentioned to you, we talked about the tenses, so that just to lay the rules for you to understand. If we talk about other rules like the active, for example, the active voice and the passive voice, we talked about it the other day, and I think that it was easily fathomable and understandable for you, because we covered most of the tenses. As I remember, we have covered almost 8 tenses out of 12. We have 12 tenses in English, and we have covered 8 now. Today, as Mr. Majid just mentioned, we're going to talk about the conditional. We're going to see first what's the meaning of conditional and what it means, the word condition. Yeah. And he gave you an overview about the 4 types, or there are 4 types and maybe 5 types of conditionals. But today we're going to talk only about 2 types. They are the first type is zero conditional, and the second type is the first conditional, or conditional number 1.
Yes.
Yes, of course, we welcome everyone here. We have some hellos here. Hello everyone, how are you?
Here we have Sabrina, yes. And we have
hello Sabrina, hello Mohammed, and hello Benjamin, how are you?
We're fine, thank you so much, Benjamin. We're glad that you're watching us. And we have Chet Hong.
We are sorry for not being able to pronounce the names.
Yeah, it may be Chinese names, something like that.
Marcus,
here we have hello teachers, how are you? We're so great and so fine, and we're so happy for for watching us here. Hello sir, I'm from Bangladesh. Welcome to everybody.
Yeah, welcome to our friends. We welcome our friends from Bangladesh, or from all over the world, or from other countries. Yes. Now today we're going to talk about the conditional. We're going to talk about 2 kinds of conditionals. Of course, conditional comes from the word condition. Condition.
Yes.
And you know that, for example, if I want to offer you something, and I want to do, for example, or I want to do you a favor, and I say that I'm going to do this for you on one condition. This is common. For example, I'll give you, or I lend you some money. I lend you money or some money, but there's one condition, or on one condition. On one condition.
Yes.
Like, this condition is that you have to give him to me, or to give him back to me next Monday, for example.
Yes.
That is my condition. My condition is if this is my condition, if I lend you money, you have to give them back.
Yes.
To give them back next Monday. Example. So the condition for giving you money, or no, this is not the condition. This is the result of the condition. The condition is that you have to give them back next Monday. If you promise to give them back to me, or to give it back, I'll lend you some. So the condition here is that you have to promise me fast.
Yes.
So there is this condition, and it's from this word condition that we have the conditional. Of course, we make conditions to talk about things that, if you do something, as Mr. Majid just gave you the 4 types of conditions, that the most four common types. There is one that is always true, like if you fulfill a condition, you will get something, or you get something that is this equals this, so it happens for sure. And there is the second conditional, that is if you fulfill the condition, or if you fulfill the condition, there is a possibility that this thing will happen. Mm-hmm. So the first one, we use the present simple, because this is a fact. It's real, it is true. Like, for example, if the sun goes down, it is dark. This is a fact. It never changes. If the sun fulfills the condition that is going down, it means that it becomes dark. And the same thing we say it for the conditional number 2 or number 1. Conditional number 1 is, if, for example, if I get home, I'll make a cup of tea. This is not a fact. This is just a possibility. So here we're going to talk about 2 kinds of conditionals. We're going to give you the details. We're going to explain them to you fully on the board. Yes, Mr. Majid.
Well, I'm trying to share a video for many groups as possible as you can, so many people can see us.
So that's okay. Right here, of course, conditionals. Yeah, we have 2 kinds. We're going to talk only about 2. The first one is called zero conditional.
Yes.
Zero conditional. And this one is used, don't worry, Mr. Majid is going to tell you about the uses of zero conditional. And I will tell you about this, the first one.
Yeah, right. As Mr. Ahmed told you a moment ago, and I'd like you to give us your comments and your feedback about what we're talking about here today. We're talking about the F conditionals, and they are so important for you to use and for you to learn. So, because if there's something, the F conditional, it has 2 different clauses. You have the F clause and you have the result clause, as Mr. Ahmed was saying to you, telling to you right now. Yeah. For example, if I'm going to talk about the first type of the F conditionals, which is the zero conditional. All right, which is, for example, if you can say that if you add 2 and 2, you get 4. So that is a fact. It does not change. It cannot change. So this is a fact. It's something that that does not change at all. For example, if you can say that if what. You can give more example, just like anything else. You can say that.
For example, if you heat water,
if you heat water, it boils. You can say that if you cold water, it turns into ice. You can say that. So mainly the zero conditionals. Okay, you're going to use only the present simple form of the tense or of the verb, And also the second condition, the second clause, as you can see here you have two different clauses.
Yes.
You have the first one is the condition F. This is the conditional clause, and that comes as a result.
Yes.
That's the result. For example, here you have F, which is the conditional tool, okay, that we're using here is going to be if you add 2 and 2, here you're going to use the present simple form, the present simple, okay, and also in the result in the clause which giving you the result is going to be the same, because we mainly using the present simple tense to express about facts, and this is one of the uses of the present simple tense.
And so this is about general truths.
Yeah, general truths
or facts.
Yes.
So it's about facts. And yeah.
And I'd really like you to give us more examples of yours. So I'm just looking forward to seeing your. Yes, I'm watching UK. We're glad that you're watching us.
No, we'd like you to think of some facts. Like if you do something, something else happens as a fact. Like if you, as we said, if you heat ice, it melts. If you do this, this happens. If you do this, this happens as a result. For sure, it is a fact.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Now all of this is a sentence. All of it is called a sentence. Yeah. If you add 2 and 2, you get 4. This is a clause here. It is a clause. A clause is a sentence. But we call it a clause because it is part of a bigger sentence.
Yes.
So this is the whole sentence, and this clause is part of the whole. And it's called an if clause here.
Yes.
If clause. So we have 2 clauses here. A clause is what? We call it a clause because it has a subject here, as you can see.
Yes.
And it has a verb and a complement. So it has a subject plus verb plus complement.
Yes.
And the same thing here. We have the same thing. We have subject, verb, and complement. So we have 2 clauses here. We have a verb. The verb here in the first sentence is am. This is the verb.
Yes.
And the verb in here is get. This is the verb. And both verbs are in the present simple. So in the if clause, you have the present simple. You have the present simple. The verb is in the present simple. Okay? And this is called the result clause. So this is the result, as we said, of fulfilling this condition. The result clause. So here, in the if clause we have the present simple, and in the result clause we have the present simple. Yeah? So we have the present simple in both of them. The verb is in the present simple in both. We don't say, for example, if you add 2 and 2, you got. You never put the verb in other tenses, never use the past simple, the future, anything. Use the present simple to show that this is a fact, it can never change.
Yeah.
I can't see so clearly, and we hope that it is. We do our best to make it clear. Yes. So anyway, very good. Yeah, we have here some examples, examples from Asif. Hello, Julie. Fast. Asif Shafi. Yes. If I have a lot of money, that is something different. Do you have? Let me ask you a question, Asif. Do you have a lot of money? You don't. If you don't, that is not possible, because here we're talking about facts, something that is you are sure to happen. So you see, for example, as we gave examples, if you add 2 and 2, you get 4. This is a mathematical fact.
Yes.
And if you heat ice, it melts. It turns into water.
Yes.
This is a fact. But if I had a lot of money, which is not true, that is another type of conditional that we can see maybe next time.
Yeah, here we have somebody saying that, would you maximize size of writing on the board?
Sure.
Please, you can, yeah, we will try to do this.
That is, yes.
Yeah, I'm not a bit, yeah, of course that we're going to do that. right now, maybe in the following examples here,
Maybe
as Mr. Ahmed told you a moment ago, here we have the formation of the if conditionals, if conditional sentences. Okay, we're using the F is followed by a clause, and we call it clause because if you read it, you cannot get the meaning. So, for example, if you add 2 and 2, so I cannot stop here. It doesn't give a full meaning. It doesn't show you a result. Whereas the result is going to be in the following clause here, which is the result clause of the F conditional sentences. For example, it's going to be you get 4. So that is the condition. That is the F clause. It's followed by always. It's followed by the result clause. So that's the formation of any F structure. You should have F clause and a result clause.
yes.
Yeah, we'd like to know more, or we'd like to read more about your example.
Oh,
Give us.
Someone has a question.
Yeah.
Hani has a question. Okay, go ahead.
Hello, Hani. Yeah, Hani. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing fine.
Of
You
course,
okay,
can ask
Hani?
your
We're just
question.
waiting for your question, please. Okay.
Benjamin, thanks. You're welcome, my friend.
Yeah, all right. Anyway, we're just still waiting for Hani's question, and also we're waiting for your example. Just give us examples about anything which is a fact, because we're using the zero conditional for general truth as the example that we've shown you before.
Let us give a short an example.
Okay, but maximize the
with
size
clear,
of
with clear handwriting. You say if you begin always.
make it bigger.
Is this
Yeah,
enough?
it is
Is it enough?
Yeah, I think so.
If you, for example, heat
Yeah, if you heat water,
ice, or you say ice.
UK or
So
ice,
give us a shorter sentence.
yes, it melts.
It melts. Now I have two verbs here. The
Yeah.
first verb you have two clauses, of course, as we said. This is the first one, and you have a comma here to show you the second one. And even if you don't have the comma, you can, of course, you can reverse the clauses. You can begin with this here. So you can start with it. You can start with ice melts. If you hear the if clause here starts with an if.
Yep.
If word, and the verb here is heat. This is the main verb, and as we said, it's in the present simple. Present simple, and this is called if clause. If clause. If you heat ice, the verb is in the present simple. This is a fact.
Yes.
And this is the result. This is the result of this condition is this here. It is called, okay, this is the result clause.
Yes.
And the result clause, of course, answers this. If you fulfill this condition, if you achieve this, if you heat ice, if you put it on fire, if you expose it to fire,
So what happens?
it melts. So we use the present simple here as well.
Yes.
It melts. So this is the present simple. Because this is if you do this happens. It is a fact. It never changes. That's why we use this conditional that is called zero.
Yeah.
And as we said, we use it to talk about general truths or general facts. Yes. We have questions here. So we have question. Hani, what is your question?
Yeah, here. Read that. So here, good to see you. Good to see you, T. Good. Okay, welcome up to today's. How are you?
Yeah, perfect.
Here we have. Excuse me. Do we have any subject? Ghana. If you have, when? I don't understand that question.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that, but we talk about it when we talk about we use if because we show.
Yeah.
Okay, the difference we're going to show you, we use if. If means that this is shown.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Okay, we have some degree of certainty here. So here we're certain. We're going to talk about when in conditional type 1. And going back to your question, Mr. Hani, I think that the form or the formation of conditional type 1 that's what we're going to see in a few minutes. We just use the present simple and will plus the infinitive. That is for possible things in the present or the future, and we don't use the present perfect as I'm aware of. Yes, Abu Sudis. Yes. Now, we'd like you please to think of some facts, things that never change, like things that are facts, truths, and give us sentences like this here. If you heat ice, it melts. If you heat ice, it melts. If you water, for example, if you water a plant, it grows.
It grows.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, we're completing our. We're just waiting for more examples. We're not going to move to the first F conditionals. Okay, until you just give us more examples of your own. So we're just waiting for you. If I hard study, I will pass the exam. Okay, this is the first F conditional. We're not talking about the first F1. We're just talking about the zero conditional. We're talking about the zero F
talking
conditional.
About facts. Would you like to give us some facts? If you know some let's say some mathematical, some scientific facts. Like for example, if you heat something, it melts. Like if you expose, and for example, if you expose some sort of like iron to a high degree, it melts, or whatever. Like if you expose copper to 1,000 degrees Celsius, it melts. Just an example. And if you know any facts, like it doesn't have to be scientific, but something that is bound to the condition, something that surely happens if the condition is fulfilled.
Okay, I'm talking about Hani's question here. Hani you were asking about if we can use the present perfect simple, as long as I read here, in the first conditional of F. The answer is yes, of course, yes, you can use it, but if only the action is completed. For example, you can say so, if as the example that you give us here, you can say that, and that's right. You said that I think that we can say if I have studied hard. Of course, you know that one of the usages of the present perfect simple is to make sure that the action is finished. So you're going to say that I will get high marks. Okay, that's perfect. So I mean that if you finished studying, okay, you will get high marks. That's perfect. You can use the present perfect simple in the first F conditionals. Okay, and that's what we're going to be talking about later. Today right now we're just talking about the zero conditionals of F, but yeah, it is still true that you can use the present perfect simple in the first F conditionals. And also, as another example, you can say that if he has moved to his new flat, we can visit him. So that's right. So if you're sure that the action has finished already, so you will do so with so. So this is a form of the present, so you can use it. It is okay, no problem about it at all. Thank you, Hani, for arousing this point, and I hope you're doing well. We're so happy that we have you here with us in that video.
Yeah, as I know that now I think that I'm aware of the fact that most of the people that we address in our live videos are beginners, or let's say they are like beginners, or they started to learn the language, so they're not going to be aware of these uses of these aspects of the grammar. So I think that this is the most common use of conditional number one, which is the infinitive or the present simple and will, plus the infinitive. That is the most common use, and that is the use that most people learning English are exposed to. They start learning first. So now here we address people as beginners. We address them regarding or taking into consideration that they have no background about the uses of the conditional.
Yeah, and completing about the point that Hani raises here, you're going to use the first F conditionals, okay, according to what the condition refers to. If it refers to a future action, it is okay. You can use the present simple. If that refers to an action which is going on right now, you can use, guess what? You can use the present continuous tense. For example, if I am doing so and so, I will or I can do so and so. You understand? So you can. It depends only upon what is the first action referred to. For example, as we talked about the finished action, you can use the present perfect simple in the first conditional of F.
Yes.
That's it. But here in this video, as Mr. Ahmed told all of you here, we're just giving the familiar, or we're giving the very famous usage of the zero and F conditionals. Okay, we're using that for the zero conditional to express something which is a fact that happens, that just like they did not change at all. For example, it's going to be present simple or present simple. That's it. So easy, yeah.
So this is it's easy. I think the first conditional. I think that we would like you to give us some examples on, hey, how we have right, how do you do, my friend. I think that we're going to ask you to give us examples. We're going to give you some prompts here, some pictures.
Yeah, we're ready with some.
We can help you with these.
Yeah, we can help you a lot here.
Like, let's give this as an example here.
Oh yeah, that's the fast one.
So you have two cards here. Two cards. It shows here that this is the,
yes,
as you can see here, the math line, that is the if clause,
yeah,
and the result clause is the one here. It's the one on my left. It is the one on the right of the screen. I think it is on your left as well. So look at the pictures, the two pictures, and try to give us a sentence, a factual sentence about this, or these two pictures. Starting with this one, or this one here, it has the if. As you can see it at the corner, use if and give us a sentence in the conditional type 0.
Yeah.
Now we can start with this. We can give you this as an example, and we say, can you give us the sentence, Mr. Majid?
Okay, I can say that if he drives fast, he makes an accident.
Yes.
So I can say so.
Yes.
So that is a fact.
Yes.
If you put water in a bowl direct to the sky at night, it gets. You have to say it gets. Yeah, you have to add an s here, so it gets freeze.
It gets freezed or frozen, or it gets it freezes.
If you fast drive, you crash.
Excellent, yes.
Excellent, very
if
good.
If you drive
fast,
you crash.
Yeah, because fast here is going to be an adverb describing the verb that you use in drive.
That is a fact, Asif. That is a fact.
Yeah.
So if you do this happens as a result. That is a fact. Or that is true. Now we're going to give you another picture and show you another picture.
Okay. These are about facts.
Yes. Those are the if clauses here. For example, if
actually we got Mr. Ahmed is preparing a lot of papers for you.
Yes.
Yep.
Here, yes. I think that we can see them here, so that we know the two that match.
Of course.
Like here. Example, this one matches with this.
Yeah. As we're just gonna play.
Yes. Yes. Here.
Yeah.
Now look at these here. If it
rains. Here you have, if you push the button, the lamp light up. Very good example. That's good. Unless if it's not broken, if it wasn't broken. Yeah.
Very good. Yes.
So if it's raining, I will use the umbrella. Okay, but this is the first conditional of F. We didn't talk about it yet. If I'm hungry, I eat. You can say that. If I'm hungry, I eat. Or if I'm hungry, I will eat. Both of them, right?
The difference is that this is a possibility. Like if I'm hungry, it is possible that I will eat.
Yeah.
Yes. Now look at these two.
So here we have two different pictures. Here we need you, kindly if you just going to give us a sentence using the conditional F.
Yeah, now look at the if clause here. There's a guy sitting up in his bed, and the other day or the next morning, you look at, he becomes a different creature. Can you give us a sentence here? Beginning with if. If.
Sorry, wasn't here at the beginning of the topic. It is okay. We welcome you anytime.
Yeah.
You can join us at any time. If you eat the food, you will go.
Yes.
And why so? I wonder. Okay. So okay, I think this is time for moving to the first.
If you eat food, you will go. Okay, that's conditional one. Now we're talking about the conditional one, two, conditional zero. If, for example, if I stay up late, I get tired the next morning. Means that this always happens to me. So it is a fact for me.
Yeah.
It never changes. Whenever I stay up in bed for till late, the next morning I get up this way, as you can see in the picture. This is it. Yes. So this is the.
So you can see
you can see
these two pictures.
If I stay up late, I get up. I get up in a miserable.
I get tired.
Yes, in a miserable state the next morning.
Yes.
Very good. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we just want to make sure that you're going to use the first F conditional, all right, and just the zero conditional if you're talking about a fact or real things, things that they happen, they do not change at all.
Yes. Yeah, very good. Yes.
Yeah. So right now I think that we're going to move and talk about the first if conditional.
Yes, it is the number one.
Yeah. Here we have as if if you play well, you should say so. If you play well, you win.
Yes.
You should say so. If you play well, you win.
Very good. Yes. Now this is condition is number one. And this one is used to talk about something that is possible.
Yeah.
In the present or the future. Possible. And of course there is a degree to that possibility here.
Yeah.
So we use this one for things that are possible to happen.
Yeah. Possibility.
Yes. For example, if I get home, here we use will here. I say I will. I'll make a cup of tea.
Yes.
Cup of tea. This is conditional number one. And here we have, as you can see, we always call this. This is
the F clause.
All of it is called a sentence. All of it is a sentence. Yeah. And it has two clauses. The first one is the
F clause.
Yes.
And the second one is the result clause.
This is the result.
Yes. As I told you from the beginning of the video, here if something happens, another thing will happen
So this
as a result.
Yeah, this leads to this. Yeah.
So this is maybe this is a cause and that is a result.
Yes.
So yeah.
And this is possible. It's possible. It is not sure. It is not true. It is not a fact.
Not a fact. So
If I get home, I'll make a cup of coffee.
yeah. So maybe if you went home, you wouldn't be able to make a coffee. So it is not a fact.
Yes.
So you can use the first F conditional, as Mr. Ahmed told you that a moment ago, for a possible action, which is may happen in the future or in the present time.
Yes, and even here, as you can see, this is possible.
Yeah, this is a possibility.
Yes, but of course this is like here, if you use if means that you are sure.
Yeah, you're sure that you're going to do that action?
Yes, so here we have certainty here.
Yeah.
And this, no, I'm not sure, here, no, I'm not sure, this is uncertain. Uncertain, this is the difference between if and people who asked about when.
Yeah.
Now, the difference between if and when, you can use them interchangeably, but when means that I'm sure, I'm
Yes.
certain. Like when I get home, I'm certain, I'm sure about it, I'm sure that I'll get home. But I'm not sure if I say, or I'm less sure if I use if I use when. If I use if, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So when here is sure. Okay, let's write it here. And when if here is less sure.
Yes.
So this is uncertain, and this is certain. So conditional type 1 is easy.
So easy and very common. A lot of students, they can use it easily. You can use it in a very easy way. So the first clause, the if clause, as you can see in the board, we're just going to use the present simple tense, the verb infinitive with I, you, we, they, and the plural nouns. Okay, as long as you remember from the present simple formation, and with he or she or it, we're going to add an s or es or is to the end of the verb. So this is just quick revision for the present simple tense.
Yes.
And the result clause is going to use the helping or the modal verb, okay, which is well plus the verb infinitive to express about the result of the F clause or if sentence that you have had.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it is easy.
So I think right now it is your turn. It is your turn right now. Don't sit and watch. We just want to help you to conduct more sentences on your own just by using the first F conditional. And here we have a lot of papers. Okay, we're just trying to match two reasonable pictures to make it easy for you to form a sentence. So, waiting for your sentences, okay? We need you to give us more examples, okay? But this time we need you to use more examples about using the first if conditional. So, what do you think?
So now we can give you the prompts here. We can write them on the board.
Yeah.
We can start with, for example, let's start with this here. Let's start with. As we said, we can start our if clause with if or when. So we can start a sentence with if I get home. Can you give us a sentence beginning with if
If I get home.
If I get home.
Yeah.
What will you do?
So also you can use F conditional, okay, in a form of a question. You can say that. What will you do if you get home? So this is a form of a question. You can use F with. So you can. I'm asking you right now. What will you do if you get home? So tell us. What will you do if you get home?
I have a good example here. Abu Sudais.
Yeah. Whose? If I get an appointment earlier, I'll meet with Dr. Ali. I meet Dr. Ali. I think you very good example.
Yes.
That's a very good. It is structured well.
Yes.
Yep, good. If I get early, I will watch my favorite programs. That's perfect.
Very good. Yes.
That's good.
Yes. If I get home early.
Right away, yeah. If I get home early, if I arrived early, whatever.
Yeah.
Yep. That's good.
Yes.
Yeah, I know that you mean home. Yeah, of course you mean that. All right, so tell us more. Here we have more viewers. They did not. I will watch your channel Oh yeah, thank you so much.
Yes.
Thank you, Jelly.
Very good. Yes. Now.
Yeah.
Yes. Now we're going to give you another one, and we're going to start with another prompt here.
Yep.
We're not going to use if, as we said. We can use if and when. We use when we're more sure.
When we're sure that we're going to do a certain action in the
Yes.
present time, and we decide or we expect something else is going to happen.
Yeah. For example, when I get old.
Oh my God.
When I get old. For example, when I get old, I'll travel around the world.
Yes.
If I have the ability to do so. Now, you give us sentences beginning with when I get old, because this is sure. This is something that we're sure about. Like
Yes.
people.
Oh, you can say if you are 20 and you can say that if when I'm 28, when I'm 30, I will do so and so. So tell us what will you do if you get old. Here we have examples. Okay, we have if I get home, I will make tea for myself.
Very good, yes.
Oh, that's good. I really need a cup of tea right now.
Right.
Oh yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll join you. Yep.
Yes.
So tell us what will you do if you get old? What will you do when you get old? Well, for me myself, let me think about it.
What will you do?
I think I will.
Let's say, for example, let's as we said, let's write an age here.
Yeah, an age is going to be better.
If I am 40,
oh my God,
I will do something. Like I will travel around the world, or I'll travel to another country, or do something. I'll try to meet people from different cultures. Or anything.
Yeah. Yes. Or you can say to make our audiences more excited, if you become rich, right?
Oh,
yeah. If you become rich, what will you do? If you are 40, what will you do?
Talking about things that are possible to get. If I get older, I will spend my time with my children. Excellent.
Yeah, excellent.
That's an excellent example.
Yeah.
Right. Very good. Yes, Zaki, if I get old, I will not work. That's a perfect example. Yes, very good. Yes.
That's good.
Yeah.
All right. So, not dealing with them anymore.
Very good. Yes. Now let's give another one. It's
Yeah.
easy, as you can see.
You can say that if the weather the weather is good.
Is good, yes. If
Yeah.
the weather is good.
If the weather is good, what will you do? If the weather is good tomorrow, for example, what will you do? When I get old, I will be smarter. Of course you're going to be, and of course you are now, Jelly. Thank you. This is a very good example. Well, who knows about it? Yeah.
If the weather is
If the weather is good next weekend, what will you do?
Yes.
If the weather is good next weekend, what will you do?
This is possible to happen, of course, and
Yes.
the result as well. So this is bound to this. If the condition there's a possibility that the condition happens. So if the weather is good next weekend, I'll do something.
Yes.
Very good. We're just just guessing. Yes. When I get old, I will be smarter. Very good. Yes. If I get old, I will not work. And so yes. Yeah. Now, as we said, if the weather is good next weekend, what will we do? I will, for example, visit, or I will go out and walk
by the sea.
You walk by the sea, whatever. Yeah, give us your examples, please. Give us
what will you do?
What will you do if the weather is good?
Yeah, if the weather is good next weekend, I will go for a picnic.
Yes.
I'm going to do it. I'm willing to do it.
Yes. Very good.
I will go for a picnic.
Very good. Yes.
And what about you? I can do many things actually. I can, if the weather is good next weekend, I can visit my friends.
Yes.
By the way, you can use can or shall instead of well too. It is okay. It is okay, no problem about it. So if the weather is good next weekend, I will hang out with my friends. Yeah, the same that I intended to do. Yeah, thank you. Very good example.
Yes.
That's very good after today's. Okay, maybe we're gonna change the example for them. So okay, well, what if I think that situations happen for you a lot? If we miss the bus, or if I miss the bus, what do you think? What do you think you can or you will do? If I miss the bus, if I miss the bus, I will take a taxi, or what do you think?
Very good, yes. Julie, she says...
I'm going to go for a walk. For a walk.
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
Very good, yes. But avoid using going to go.
Yeah, don't use go with going. With the verb would be going to. You shouldn't use go.
I'm going for a walk.
I'm going for a walk, just that.
Yes. If the weather is good next weekend, I'll hang out. It's very good.
Yeah.
If the weather is good next weekend, I'm going for a walk.
Yes. And talking about that example here, this is if I miss the bus, so you should decide. And among the uses of well, you use it for quick decisions, which that you didn't think about them before. So you should use I well.
Yeah.
You can use that. So you better use that.
You better use it well, you know.
Yeah. If I miss the bus, I will do what?
I will be late.
I will be late. Oh, that's a fact. Yeah, that's right. Thank you.
If I get old,
I will say story. I will tell story.
Very good. Yes, I will tell stories.
I will tell stories to my children. Excellent.
Yes, I will take.
I will take a taxi. Perfect. If I miss the bus, I will sleep in the bus station. That for real? that's good.
That's me.
You really? You do so. If I miss the bus, I inform my family, of course. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah,
that's good, Apple Days. That's a very good example of you.
Yes.
All right. So maybe we're gonna give another one here.
Like for people who go to university, or imagine that you go to university. You say, for example, if I graduate.
Yep.
What will you do if you graduate?
Yeah, this is a plan.
Repeating again that we use this conditional here. You have the present, this graduate.
Present simple.
It is in the present simple. And the
Yes.
result clauses we use well. The result clause we use well and the infinitive.
Yes.
And we use it to talk about something that is possible to happen. It is not a fact. It may happen or may not.
Yeah.
It is a fact. When we use the difference as well, we said that we use when or if. That means that I'm sure.
Yes.
If I graduate here, in this, for example, in this,
I can use when.
in this term here, I better use if because I'm not sure. But if you're sure that you will graduate or you're going to graduate, you use when.
Yes.
So when I graduate, I will do this and that. Here you see, if I graduate, I will, for example, I will find a job.
Yeah, right. So here we have some examples. I think that okay. If you study, if you study hard, you should say that. If you study, not study. If you study hard or harder, present simple form is Mr. Ahmed is telling you in front of you in the board. You should use the present simple tense.
Yes.
The present simple, the verb infinitive with you. So if you study harder, you will pass your exams. Good.
Shahid Khan says that he will be free.
Yeah.
Very good. You can say that if I graduate.
If I graduate, I will try to find a job.
Very good. Yes.
Yeah. I advise you to try to find a job starting from now. Don't wait for graduation. What do you think about that?
He has to focus on his studies. If you can afford.
Yeah.
If you can afford, continuing your studies, that is better. Yes. I will be late for the appointment. Very good, yes.
Yeah,
That is
good.
if I miss the
If
bus.
I miss the bus, I will be late for the appointment. If I graduate, I'll move on to specialization. Yeah. Specialization, yeah.
You can say that, yeah, very good, yes.
Specialization, good.
If I graduate, I'll go to Hong Kong. That's excellent, yes. If I graduate, I'll find a good job. That's perfect, yes.
All right, we hope so.
Yes, Julie, we always use if.
I think that I've told you that before, maybe 2 or 3 minutes before, you can use any modal verbs, but they changes according to the meaning. You have well for if you show that is going to that is a certain action is going to happen. For example, if I'm late, I will take a taxi. That's your show. But if you're talking about an ability, you can use can. For example, if you are late, if I'm telling my friend Ahmed here, if you are late, you can take a taxi. Or I can use can also for giving permissions. If you finish, or when you finish your work, you can go. So that's it. So I can use it for. You can use many different modal verbs, just like also shall. I can use that. I can say that, for example, if I'm sick, I shall go to the doctor. Or if you are sick, you should or you shall. It's okay. You shall go to the doctor if you are using it in a form of an advice. So it is not only well, but you can use many modal verbs. You can say may. You can say may something else will happen. Like for example, if she is late, she may not come.
Yes.
If she is late, she may not come. So this is possible. This is a possibility. A possibility is something that you can predict, which is going to happen.
Yes.
If I learn, we have. Yeah.
I don't see.
UK, I don't see how we have completed my higher studies. UK, if you graduate, perfect. If I learn English, I would have better job. I will have a better job. Yeah. If I graduate, I will be a successful psychologist.
Excellent, yes.
Yeah, that's very good. That's very good.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, very good, yes. Yeah. Yes. Now I'm going to give you one with when.
You can say that, for example, when I go to bed tonight. When I go to bed tonight. So tell us, what will you do when you go to bed tonight?
Yes.
Don't tell me that you will sleep. Maybe that you're going to do something before sleeping.
When here, because we said that we use when because we show that everyone goes, human beings go sleep at night, most of us at least. So we use when.
Yes.
This means that here we are certain.
We're certain about the action.
And of course the result is bound to the condition.
Yes.
So if I graduate now, give us examples starting with when I go to bed tonight. When I go to bed tonight.
So what will you do? What will you do when you go to bed tonight? So tell us.
For example, when I go to bed tonight, I'll read 2 or 3 chapters before I sleep.
Yeah.
For example. Can you give us examples like this?
Yeah, I can say that when I go to bed. I will watch some videos on YouTube, maybe.
Very good, yes.
Yep. I will read a book, not be. You shouldn't have used be here.
Yes.
You should say that I will read. No need for be. I'll read a book. Excellent. Thank you.
Yes.
And what else? Tell us about you yourself. Tell us what you're gonna do. When I go to bed tonight, I will.
That is a fact.
Yeah, don't say so. I do not need that. Of course you're gonna sleep after some time, right? You just
Sooner or later.
yeah, sooner or later you're gonna do it, alright?
So,
So, hi sir, I'm learning English language now and I take more benefits. Okay, that's very good. That's what we're looking for. We're looking for helping people who are learning English as a second language. And please, if you have any question, don't hesitate.
yeah, very good. Yes.
Left side, can't see, please, space. Okay, I'm
Yeah,
giving you a
very,
space
very
here.
good.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
doing.
When
Okay, because Mr. Ahmed is always all the time just typing hand
I'm
down.
using this corner.
Yeah,
because,
just using that corner a lot, so I have to sit in that way.
Yes.
It is okay.
I do it on purpose, by the way.
Really? I didn't think about
So,
it.
yeah, when I go to bed tonight, I'll try to sleep early. Excellent. Yes,
Yeah.
excellent.
Alright, and we have had Topbridge, Prince. I'm so happy now. Yeah, and we're so happy too that you're watching us. Okay, that's very good. Okay.
Yes, very good. Yes. Now, yes, that's another example. I think that we could. This is it about the conditionals 1
Yeah.
and 0. And I think that the conditional 1, as you can see, is quite
See,
easy.
you just typing from here, huh?
It's quite easy because here is my face.
And where the hell my face at? It is okay.
As you can see here, as we said, the conditional is easy. We talked about conditional 0. It's quite easy. We use it to talk about truths and facts.
Okay, here we have about today's saying that when I go to bed tonight, I will inform you. It's a very good structure. About the structure, it is okay. I agree with you about it. I missed the lesson. You can see it again. You can see it again from the beginning of Richard Rashid. You can see it again when we finish. I will see a couple of videos in English. That's perfect. That's good.
Agatha Christie is a really good thing to read. She's a great writer.
Yeah, Agatha. Yeah. When I go to bed tonight, I'll read a book for Agatha Christie. Yeah. Okay, that's very good. Maybe we're going to show you another one. To give you another example.
Let's give this one here.
Yeah, if I have enough money, let us make it if I have a lot of money.
Just enough.
Enough? Because this is possible. Yeah.
Talking about things that might not be true.
I just wanted to remind them if you're going to use the F conditional, the first F conditional, to talk about the possible actions. I cannot say, and I was just tricking you. I cannot say, not you, mister, I'm not tricking them. I cannot say if I have a lot of money, because this is not, you're not sure of it. Yes. Okay? So if I have enough money, what will you do? What will you do if you have enough money? Tell us.
For example, if I have a lot of money, I will buy a camera. I will buy a camera, yes.
Yeah, we need it.
Yeah, yes. Let's see an example.
Let's stand, baby.
When is conditional? Yes, we use them. We said that we use when we're sure about something.
Yes.
Very good, yes. I have to learn much more now. I cannot give up. Yes, very good, yes. Never give up, yes. Yeah.
Remember that learning new language, learning new thing in your life needs a lot of patience. You gotta be patient.
Yes.
Okay, we're just waiting for your complete of that sentence. If I have enough money, I will.
No, give
What
us
will
yours
you
now.
do?
What will you do if you have enough money?
I'll buy a car because I really need it.
Yeah, very good.
I need a car urgently. Yeah.
I will go to
holiday. I will go on holiday. You should say so. I will go on holiday.
Go on holiday.
Yeah.
So if I have enough money, I will build a house for my parents. That's
excellent.
Perfect.
Yeah, excellent. Thank you.
Very good.
Thank you. That's a very good example. That's kind of you too.
Yes. Very good. Yes.
Okay, tell us more. Tell us more. Tell us more about if you have money. If you have enough money, what will you do? And by the way, you can use just waiting for your answers. Okay, you can use F in the middle. So it doesn't change. The meaning does not change at all. Okay, you can say, for example,
You can start with
yeah.
example.
Yeah, you can start with the result clause, saying for example, if I have that written one here, if I get home, I will make a cup of tea. So you can start with the result first, the result clause. You can say that I will make a cup of tea if I get home. The meaning does not change.
So you can
The
start
form is completely right. So it is okay. You can use the both.
Yeah, and for students, remember that you don't use the comma when you begin with the result clause. If you say, if I make a cup of tea.
Yeah, you're not going to use the comma before F.
Yeah, you use if you start use comma when you start with an if.
Yes.
Clause. Yes.
If I win, you say so. If I win lottery, I will help people who need.
No, we're talking about things that are possibly right.
This is not
really,
impossible.
You're giving us things that are improbable, like things that are impossible, or maybe possible, but they are improbable. Like they might happen, might not. We're not sure, but they might be close to impossibility.
Yeah, here we have.
Yeah, if I have enough money, this is possible.
This is possible. This is near to be a fact, near to become a fact. So. Maybe this is going to be easily happening and soon in the future. So here we have Debbie saying that if I have enough money, I will travel around the world. That's a very good example.
Yes.
Good.
Yes. Conditional number one. Yes, very good.
It's first conditional. Yeah, yes it is. It's first conditional. Today we're just talking about the two conditionals of F. We have the zero conditional, okay, and the first F conditionals. Maybe later we're going to continue the rest two of them.
Yes.
Yep. So okay.
I think that's it for these two conditionals. We might see the other two next time.
Yep. All right.
That's it for today. I think that's it for the conditional. For these two types of conditional, we have number 0 and 1. They are easy, as you can see.
Yes. And to sum it up, okay, as Mr. Ahmed and I told you, or telling you, or have been telling you through this video, we can use the zero conditionals, okay, only to express about the general truth and general habits, okay, and information is going to be, you're going to have the F clause, as we told you, that the F clause consists of F and the first clause, it should have the present simple tense, and also the second clause is going to be having the same present simple tense. For example, if you boil water, it turns into vapor, or it turns into vapor, something like that. And also the first conditional of F, you can use it to express a possible action, an action that which is possible to happen. You're going to use the first F conditional, and it's form of the first clause. The F clause should has the verb in the present simple tense, and the second result clause should has well, which is a modal verb. And we've been noting you that you can use not only well, but also you can use may, or you can use can, or you can use shall instead of well. Of course, plus the main verb infinitive, because that's the helping verb and that's the main verb in a sentence. And remember that the F clause, as we've been telling you, is just talking about conditions. You just something will happen or something will not happen unless the first thing happens. So you can use that. Maybe later we're going to talk about the using of unless with F.
As I mentioned before, we don't want to go into details so that we don't confuse our
okay,
friends.
we're not going to we're not going to confuse you.
We're talking about things that are common to people, things that will help you to start speaking fast.
Yeah,
because like using the forms that we just gave you, like the use of will in the first conditional is enough.
Yeah.
I think if you know how to use it, there's no need. This is extra, of course, if you know how to use you can do it yourself, of course.
Yeah.
If you can use the perfect of these things, But I think it's enough for you as beginners or as people who are starting to learn the language.
Yes.
It's good for you to know only these things.
Yeah, alright.
Yes. I think that's it for
So
today.
now we have, okay, I think that's enough for today.
Yes. That's it for today, and I think we're going to see you next time.
Yeah, see you next time, all of you. And if you missed one of our videos, okay, you can watch them on our YouTube channel. It's called. You can just go and go to the YouTube and search about Learn English with Megan and Ahmed, or you can also follow our page or like our page on Facebook, the same name, which is Learn English with Megan and Ahmed. So till next time. We hope that you're going to have good or great time.
We
so
thank you too.
we thank you all of you. Here we have
well.
Jolie. Thanks for this lesson. Thank you. You're most welcome. And we have thanks for teaching us.
Debbie, thank you.
Yeah, you're
Julie,
most
thank you.
welcome. Thank you. We're really so great that you watching us and following us, and we're just wait for more. We have more for you to learn. Just remember that all the time. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
And we're going to see you next time in our next video. Bye bye.